It drives me absolutely bonkers when I see a brand labeling a style with a fully hand-tied cap when in actuality it's a partially hand-tied cap. And I'm going to show you the difference in this video. Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to be reviewing Straight Up with the Twist Elite. I have it in 2 colors. And I'd like to thank Shirley's Wig Shop for providing both so I could review them for you, so I could show them to you in natural light, so I could tell you all about them. And I'm also going to talk to you about this hand-tied cap. What is a partially hand-tied cap and what is a fully hand-tied cap? The link to Straight Up with a Twist Elite will be listed down below for you in the description box. I hope you come on over and join us on our private Facebook group, Hair's Looking at You, Kid. And it's a great place. You just need to come on over. All right, let's get started. The first thing I want to do is I want to show you what a fully hand-tied cap is. And I have from 2 different brands. One is from Raquel, from John Renault. My experience with John Renault is that when they say that a cap is 100% hand tied, it really is. As you can see, it's totally hand tied. We have no wefts here. Now we're going to take a look at Welch, 100% hand tied. Or they might, I think they do describe it as 100% hand tied. And once again, there are no wefts. It's all hand tied. Lots of stretch to them. Now we're going to take a look at this partially hand tied cap. Yes, this is falling in my face. I'm not going to deny it. It is falling in my face, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. The one that I'm wearing is Straight Up with a Twist Elite, and this one that I'm wearing is in Deepest Ruby, and we'll get to the colors in just a moment. This one that I have in my hand is the other one that Shirley sent me. This is in Shaded Cappuccino. What I want to show you right now is the cap. As you can see, it is hand-tied on this part right here. So we do have lots of stretch on that area. This part down here, as you can see, those are wefts. There is no stretch there. We have an extended nape. We have Velcro adjusters, felt-covered ear tabs. We have an extended lace front. And we have a full mono top. Beautiful cap. However, this is not 100% hand-tied. This is not when you see this on a retailer's website, this is not the fault of the retailer. This is the fault of the brand. They transmit electronically to the retailers all of the information. There's no one sitting there typing in all of the information for the thousands of wigs or the hundreds or whatever, however many wigs they have on their website. Well, if 100 if 100 descriptions come in, it's very difficult to catch, especially if they don't have the wig in their hand. Raquel Welch is notorious for doing this. They'll transmit it's 100% hand tied, or they say hand tied. They don't write in partially hand tied. But please be aware, it's not 100% because we have those wefts at the bottom. I know it's probably just a minor thing, but it is what it is. It's not 100% hand-tied, and I wanted to point it out to you. All right, let's get to the review. This is Straight Up with a Twist Elite. As I just showed you, we do have a full mono top. We have that extended lace front. We have a little bit of permatease at the nape, because where those wefts are, I can feel them. I can feel those fibers kind of sticking up, and you're not going to find that when you have that fully hand-tied cap. So I wanted to make you aware of it. The bang is 7.5 inches. We have a crown of 8.5 inches. The sides are 6.5 inches, and the nape is 2 3/4. I just took it out of the box, and I'm going to tell you, I think it's a beautiful style. I think that it's really pretty framing, layers on the front, and it has a nice length, pretty nice, and sort of a stacked kind of style. What I don't like about it is I don't like these fibers falling in my face. That's not a deal breaker for me, because we could do a few things. We could take some hairspray and we could spray it off our face. For a long term, we could steam it, and problem solved. If you prefer a little bit more volume at the top, I think that you would love this style. For me personally, I feel the density is a little bit high up here. That's for me personally. As you can see, I can pick up a lot of hair. So for my personal taste, I would prefer it a little bit sleeker. But if you prefer a little bit more volume, you want a little bit more volume on top, then this is perfect. I mean, we do have a little bit higher density towards the top, and then very nice and tapered at the bottom. We have those pretty layers on here on the front. If you want to tuck it, you can kind of tuck it, but as you can see, because of that density, it's going to move my ear forward a little bit. Again, this is a matter of preference. There's no right or wrong. There's nothing wrong with the wig, but I want to point it out to you, because if you are someone who prefers a very low density piece, this may not be something that you would like because of that higher density up here. Yet, if you're someone that prefers a little bit of volume, even though it has that partially hand tied up here, and we don't have any permatease at the top, the extra density that we have up here will make up for it. Beautiful, beautiful lace front, as we see on so many of Raquel Welch pieces. Undetectable lace front. We have good coverage. I have a very low hairline, so that's not the wig's fault. That's where it would be, and I just need to get some root powder in that auburn color. The color code on Deepest Ruby is 3335. We have a blend of that deep ruby red with some auburn blended in. This is a cool color. It has undertones, either blue or purple. This is not a warm color. So if you prefer a cooler red, Deepest Ruby would probably one that you would like. And we have long sweeping layers right here on the front. But as you can see, it does need a bit of steaming. I think that overall it's a pretty style. I feel that to make it my own, I would need to do a little bit of work. Like, for example, you see how this side, at least on this sample, we'll see how the shaded cappuccino is. But you see how this one turns in and this one is longer and straighter. I would want this side to be the same way, and that's an easy fix with a flat iron. Just flat ironing it down. All right, let's try on shaded cappuccino and let's see how that one looks. As you can see, I'm wearing a wig grip and I'm not cinching it in. I have a 21.5-inch circumference. If you have a smaller circumference, you'd probably need to cinch it in a little bit, but I don't think that it would fit above a 22-inch because we don't have any stretch at that part where the wefts are sewn. Usually when we have wefts and we don't have them with the soft material covering it, we're going to have a lot of stretch. But when they're sewn into that material, there's no stretch on the wefts. I'm going to take some water. I'm going to spray it to separate those fibers a little bit. See how it's falling? I mean, this is right out of the box. And once again, we have this side that is a little bit more turned in which again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my preference. Okay, same amount of coverage. Let me show you the lace front shaded cappuccino. We do have the lighter fibers on the front, and we have a nice part. Because this is a full mono top, we could part it anywhere we like. Let me show it to you on all sides in case you're wondering about this color if you're not familiar with it. In shaded cappuccino, we have RL1222SS, which is a light golden brown, and it's heavily highlighted with a cool blonde. So we have a very neutral color here, and we have a dark brown root. One of my favorite colors. If you like brown sugar sweet cream from Beltress, you would probably love shaded cappuccino from Raquel Welch. These are heat-friendly fibers, so if you wanted to add some curls, or like I was saying, to straighten it, you can certainly do that. Really, really cute style if you like something that's a little bit on the shorter side. There is the regular straight up with a twist, which is not hand tied. On the straight up with a twist, unfortunately, I no longer have it, but what you're going to have is the Memory 3 cap, which molds nicely to your head. There is about a $60 difference between the wefted cap and this partially hand-tied cap. With the weft cap, you're also going to have a full mono top. You're also going to have the extended lace front. What you're not going to have is that hand tied, and it's going to have a good amount of stretch to it because it's totally wefted. So how do you decide? I think that if you need the comfort, if you want the comfort of a hand tied cap and it's in your budget, then this is the way to go, because this material that they use on this partially hand tied cap are very comfortable. If comfort isn't an issue for you, then this straight up with a twist, the first one may be the way to go, because if you don't need that soft cap. And if I remember correctly, on straight up with a twist, there's just a little bit of permatease right at the crown, but not much to speak of, and then there is a little bit of permatease, just like on this one, right around the nape where those wefts are. But other than that, the styles are the same length, they're the same fibers, so it's just a matter of preference and on budget. And the colors are also available in both the same. So hopefully that will help you determine, if you're looking at this style, which one is better for you. And if you want to look at straight up with a twist, the original one, and you hadn't seen it, I'm going to link it right up here for you. Thank you, everyone. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.